Hey, it's Newtsy, and today we're going to talk about healthy choices. I'm literally going to give you some food for thought, and I think some of the ideas I'm going to put forth are going to make you go, things that make you go, But in order for us to all be on the same page, let's just set some basic information. When I talk about assimilation in my layman's terms, that basically means your body taking what you eat and turning it into living tissue. That is assimilation for the purpose of this conversation. So, a lot of times convenience wins out over health choices because we're all busy, we're all like to grab and go, we're all running out the door at warp speed, and a lot of times we feel like it's not as easy to make healthy choices. So we're going to talk about that. Healthy choices, how to make them, and what we need to consider. Bars. I want to talk about bars for a minute. First of all, I'm not anti-bar. I am pro-food. I'm not anti-keto. I'm not anti-protein. I'm just pro-food. And as a matter of fact, these are the bars that we have in our pantry and refrigerator. But I don't know if you're like me. I slid down a slippery slope and fell into a dirty little trap, and I was eating 2 protein bars a day and then just a sensible meal in the evening. But in 2020, they sold 1.8 million protein bars alone, and that's not taking into consideration things like keto bars or granola bars or meal replacement bars. So it is a humongous moneymaker. It is a billion-dollar industry, and a lot of times that means it's not going to be as healthy for our body. But, convenience wins out a lot of times, and Clif Bars were the #1 bar sold in 2020. But if you take a look at just a Clif Bar, this one has 40 grams of carbohydrates and 19 grams of sugar. So it literally, a lot of times these bars, they are masquerading as something that's healthy, but they're just a dirty cousin to a candy bar. And in some cases, candy bars are better for you, or at least they taste better. But let's talk about shelf life. So in order for them to last a long time in your pantry, they have to put things in them to make them last a long time on the shelf, obviously. So when we cut into a protein bar or a keto bar or whatever kind of bar and we set it on the shelf, it means that it's going to take a long time in order for this to go bad, which means when we eat that, it slows down the process in which the body can take it and turn it into living tissue. And not only that, in a lot of cases, because of the high fructose corn syrup, the body has to donate calcium and vitamin C in order to break it down. Now, to contrast that, if we cut into an apple and we put those apple slices on the shelf, it is alive. It has life in it. So there's vitamins and minerals and nutrients that are alive. As a matter of fact, it'll turn brown if we leave it here too long. So when we eat that the body can easily or readily turn that into living tissue. So we do want to be a little bit aware of what we're eating when we're grabbing and going. So we're going to talk about things that we should eat, like eat this instead of that. We all know that not all calories are the same, and neither is fiber and fructose. I think with all of the different types of eating plans that are out there now, we have a lot of fruit and vegetable fear. But the fructose and the fiber that are in fruits and vegetables hit the body much differently than the ones that are in packaged food. For example, you could overeat a bag of potato chips much more easily than you could overeat a bowl of fruit. And the body tells you that you're full when we've had enough nutrients. So for example, the sugar, and I do really like this one, the carbohydrates and sugar is 37 grams in this one. And so when you eat this, it's going to hit the liver very quickly, and an hour later, you're going to feel like you want another protein bar, which was what was happening to me. But similarly, if you ate 2 grapefruit, it's very similar in the carbohydrates, but you're going to get a super duper dose of vitamin C, which we know that helps the immune system. Avocados, very similar in caloric intake as a Clif Bar, but these have virtually no carbohydrates, and they're full of fat, which the brain loves, so they're going to make you super duper satisfied and super duper smart. All right, what about 3 peppers? If you ate 3 peppers, it would be like eating sunshine. You're going to get about 75 calories, hardly any carbohydrates, and you're going to get a super duper dose of vitamin C as well. These are English cucumbers, which are amazing, about 150 calories for these 2 cucumbers, except for the fact hardly any carbohydrates. But because of the high water content, they're great for bloating, they're great for detoxifying the body, the liver loves them, and you're gonna be hydrated. Broccoli, 2 cups of broccoli has about, less than 50 calories. Negligible amounts of carbohydrates, but they're cruciferous vegetables. Anytime you hear cruciferous, think anti-cancer, and so anti-bloat. So this is a great snack. Also, 2 apples would be very similar to like a paleo bar as far as the carbohydrates are concerned, but they have that saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away for a reason. They actually fed diabetic patients apple slices before they ate, and it helped control their blood sugar level. So these are an appetite suppressant. They're full of the good kind of fiber. They're soothing to the body, and they keep the doctor away. So maybe just try to eat live foods a little more than packaged foods, because they are adding to the body. Live food, live body, dead body, not across the board, but somewhat. If we could eat foods that have life-sustaining enzymes, nutrients, fiber, calories, it is going to make a huge difference in our body.